When the colonizers came to the United States, or not the United States, to the Americas, all of the Americas, by the way, one of the first things, one of the first things that the indigenous people talked about was how much they stunk. There's a story of how the Aztecs, when the Spaniards came to colonize the new lands, and they showed up because they weren't taking baths back in Europe, okay? And they showed up that they were assigned people who would walk behind them with incense. And so the Spaniards in their journals talked about how, oh my God, they greeted us like gods. They walked behind us with incense to honor us. They thought it was the highest honor. And then you see the Aztec, their versions of the story, and they're like, oh, no, we just did that because they stunk. And no matter how much we told them to go take a bath, they refused. Because apparently in Europe, they believed that taking a bath made you a whore who was susceptible to demons. And I'm not joking. I want you to understand, you can go and look this up, yo. They thought that if you were out there bathing, it's because you was a hoe. Now, listen, that was partly a response to Roman bathhouses falling out of favor, and people, and Roman bathhouses were nasty as hell. They was doing nasty, just like bathhouses are today. In New York City, you could go to them freaky deaky bathhouses. So in all fairness, that was in response to that, the promiscuity thing. But come on. You couldn't just take a bath and not be a freak? And then the demons, they really thought that you would get sick and that you could get possessed. And then they came to Africa and the Americas and Australia and Asia. And then they looked at all of those black and brown people and said, they're the dirty ones. And said, they are the unclean savages. The irony of it. The irony of it. And if you go, indigenous cultures across the world all have these stories of when the Europeans first showed up, funky as hell. The Filipinos, there's a story about that. Look it up. There's a story about them too. They're like, damn, what the hell is that? What's that smell?